BC, how are we? Thanks for joining me again. Final Boy Trigger. Today's episode will be on what's been under. No, I forgot. What's been under my needle lately? I think it's 3.0. Basically, just showing what I've been spinning lately. So before I start, I've got to say thank you to James Griffiths, Beetle James, Nutty Professor James, Vinyl, you know what I'm talking about. He did a shout out for me, thank you, or part of Gregory Short's 700 sub contest to give a shout out to someone under 100 subs, and thank you James for that, very lovely gesture. I'm sure if you're watching me, you're going to be subscribed to him. If you're not, go check him out. And something else I was going to say, I forgot to say in my last video for Jared, Backwood Medals. Yeah, he's got a contest going at the moment, but I forgot to say, because he mentioned a little while ago that he's having a bit of high blood pressure. And quick Google search, Jared, if you're watching this, the best music for high blood pressure is Mozart. So 25 minutes a night of Mozart for you, buddy. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to have Mozart in your library. So hopefully, I just pause for a sec, hopefully this keeps running. So I'm not sure if you've got Mozart in your library. I'm not sure if Mozart will have the same effects as what the other test subjects. Sorry about that, Jared. The same effects. So Mozart might put your blood pressure up, I think, but give it a go. So if anyone is close by Jared, maybe send him some VCLT of Mozart. So anyway, I just want to say that. I forgot to say that in your last one. Anyway, 2 minutes in, I better start showing some records. So these first two are actually just recent purchases from a little while ago, a week or two ago. These are only two albums I've bought in the last month, so it's been good control and it's been good, but I think I'm due for a shopping trip. And this video is sponsored by Cooper's Brewing. This is a nice drop. Original Pale Ale. It's a nice drop, that one. Okay, it's Australia's largest brewing company. Okay. Paul Simon. There goes Ryman Simon. Really big fan of Paul Simon. Love Simon and Garfunkel. He's my favourite out of the two solos. I was having a little conversation with Matt Hayes, and he prefers art, which is fine because I mean I like art as well. But out of the two, I prefer this one, this guy. So Kodachrome, probably the most famous song on this. But one that really, I like a lot of the songs on here. One that I really like and didn't know of before was "One Man's Ceiling is Another Man's Floor." I love that song, and it's just a great, I think, way to think about some things in life, you know, that we've all got different breaking points and melting points, and I just think one man's ceiling or one woman's ceiling is just another man's floor, and just, it's a good attitude, I think, to take. So anyway, this is a good album, so happy to get that, and trying to get some more Mr. Simon's stuff. And the other one I bought was a bit of Mr. Dylan, Street Legal. Didn't really know anything about this. Thinking about 78, I believe. Yep, 78, and happy with it. Very happy with it. It's cool. Songs like "Changing," "On the Guard," excuse me, "New Pony," "No Time to Think," "Baby Stop Crying," "Senor," "Love Tends to Forget," "We Better Talk This Over." So good songs on it. This is one of the things I enjoy about collecting albums, is that he's got so many albums out there and I haven't heard probably half of them, but that's just something to look forward to about collecting them. So I don't actually necessarily go seeking Bob Dylan, but if I come across it, I'll pick it up and I'll just discover it. So it's just, there's still got a lot of things that are undiscovered for me, and that's cool. I mean, he's so well known and most people probably know a lot of his songs, but he's still got a lot of stuff that I don't know about, so really looking forward to discovering more. So yeah, I was happy with this one. I wasn't sure what to expect. Okay, so some of the other ones probably have shown, but I'm just sort of giving you a little bit of feedback, if I got much on it, about how it was. This one I showed from a recent stock batch I got from JD. Thank you. The Yes, it's a multi-gate file. I'm not going to open it up, but basically 3 vinyls in there, live, Yes, cool artwork. I liked it. I'm a big fan of Yes. Discovering more about them, I like that. But I preferred this one to that. I listened to the same band, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I was really surprised by this, how good it was. It sounds amazing. It sounds like they own the studio. This is a 3 vinyl live album as well, live albums. Really like it. Great vocals, interesting instruments. So yeah, I'll be seeking out some more ELP. I think I have got another one. Got interesting album titles. I think like Brain Salad, something. I could be totally wrong here, but I think that's something like that. It's got interesting cover, like artwork on the covers and album titles, and I was really surprised by this. So amazing live album. Very cool. These guys don't really need introduction. This is another from the JD batch I got. Bloomfield and Cooper. Man, just cool blues. Look, I could be part of the band. Okay, but anyway, so very cool stuff. Cool blues. It reminds me of 4 AM music. Now you think, what the hell, 4 AM music? But you know, if you've been out all night, I mean, you've got to come down at some sort of level at that sort of time, and this is the music that it's just perfect for that. Well, it's perfect for 24/7, okay? But just, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's just, I just think it's just 4 AM, just smooth, cool, sitting back, and this is what it's about. Very cool. Paddlewitty. This was a folk sort of folk country, Irish Celtic sort of feel about it. It's an Australian folk band. Another one of the JD batch, and what I like about this, it's pretty cool. But the other thing I like about it is that you can actually, you've got the phone number there, you can book them in. So I don't know if it'll come up, probably won't. But anyway, it basically says Paddlediddle Folk Band is available for dances, reception, private functions. For booking or additional copies, contact Pump Handle Productions. So you can book them through that number. So imagine if something like Metallica or Pink Floyd had a number on the back of their albums, book them in. I think you might be waiting on that line for a while. Clapton, backtracking. Cool. When I picked this up, it was the first time I've ever seen it. I've never seen it again. 22 tracks spanning his career. So he's got stuff from Cream. He's got solo stuff. So he's got singles. He's got stuff from Derek and the Dominoes. And he's got and a live side as well. So 4 sides. So singles, history, classics, and live. Very cool. Man, can't go wrong with him. Bit of Clapton. I know Mr. Lionel Richie, he's not a fan of it, but come on Richie, come on mate. One man's ceiling's another man's floor. Anyway, that's cool. My new motto in life. These guys, I just saw them at the charity shop. Picked them up, scrap metal. And it thought it looks a bit cheesy, but it's for $1, so why not? Interesting, it's an Australian band. From 1990, they've got a really eclectic mixture. So basically, they're three brothers, and they've got like Australian, Scottish, Filipino, Japanese. What else? I've written it down here somewhere. Sort of mixture. Sort of they're all got different heritage from all those sort of things, and much more. I have written it down somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so basically pop rock. Sorry. Pop rock. Yeah, so they've got Aboriginal, Irish, Filipino, French, Chinese, Scottish, Indonesian, Japanese heritage. Yeah, they're pop rock, but actually I was quite enjoying this. So it's good stuff. They give a thank you to the Oils, who they toured with. So yeah, I was happy to get that. Never seen it before. So scrap metal, just pop rock, quite cool. What else have we been listening to? A bit of Doors. Haven't got a cover for this one. Basically self-titled first album. Cool blues. You know. What do you got on there? You got a Route 66. Just want to make love to you. Ever got a witness? Little by little. You know, walking the dog. Cool stuff. I think I prefer this second album better. 12 by 5. Bit better bluesy, but yeah, cool. Try and find the cover one day to Frankenstein it. Cheers. Hope everyone's well out there. Sade. I think I struggled to say her name last time I showed an album. Sade. I hope that's right. Anyway, I like this one. Not that I didn't like the other one, but the other one, Diamond Life, is more popular, it's more commonly seen. Probably bigger hits, but this overall, I like this probably more overall. Cool, just cool, easy going, Sade music. Have to say same name. Bit of Madonna, Like a Virgin. Thought I'd plug that on again. But you know, I don't think this album's aged very well as opposed to Madonna. You know, obviously Like a Virgin, Material Girl, Angel, but yeah, only a couple of good songs on this. Didn't age well, but she's doing alright. What else is it? Chubby Checker. For Twisters only. I was happy when I found this. Very cool. Just good old Chubby Checks. Rock and roll. You know, what do you got in here? Blueberry Hill, Hound Dog. Whole lot of shaking going on. Hold tight, shake, rattle and roll. Rock around the clock, excuse me. Yeah, cool. This is actually mono. Might show one of these albums. On the Columbia. It's an old label, isn't it? Just so happy with that one. They did Johnny O'Keefe. Don't know if you know this guy, but he's probably the first, 1950s, late 50s, early 60s Australian rock and roller. Yeah, just rock and roll basically. He was the first guy to tour, the first Australian guy to tour the US, and he was the first Australian guy to get on the top 40, I believe, which is interesting, in the 50s or 60s. And I think that's basically because a lot of the charts in Australia were dominated by international acts until, yeah, Johnny cracked them. He was known as J.O.K. Or the Wild One. Yeah, a bit of a Wild One reputation. Had songs like Shout's probably one of his famous songs, who I think that was Isley Brothers did the original of that, and what was the other one? Wild One, who was later covered by Iggy Pop. So yeah, so he was a bit of an Australian legend, and one of the pioneers of rock and roll in Australia. Move Baby Move, does a good cover of Moon River, Yes Indeed I Do, Why Do They Doubt Our Love. So a bit of Johnny O'Keefe if you like your late 50s, early 60s rock and roll, sort of, you know, Buddy Holly-ish, Chubby Checker, sort of ish. Johnny O'Keefe. Kris Kristofferson. This was part of the batch I got from JD. Thank you. The Silver Tongue Devil and I. Now this is probably something I wouldn't pick up, but maybe this album I might. But generally, Kris Kristofferson albums I just keep flicking through. But yeah, I thought I'd put it on, see how it goes, and I like it. You know, good country stuff. This is one of his early albums, and I think probably one of his better ones. Not that I know many, or if any, but it's good stuff. What do I like on here? Silver Tongue Devil and I, Jody and the Kid, Billy D, When I Loved Her, The Pilgrim, Chapter 33, not in the third. But yeah, so Mr. Kristofferson. So maybe I'll consider some of his other albums. I think I read somewhere that this was the album on the movie, scary movie, Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro. He gave this to somebody, a woman or something like this. Is involved in the movie somehow. I'll have to revisit that, but yeah, wouldn't argue with what's his name? I just said it. You know what it is. This one I saw a while ago. I don't know where I got it actually, but anyway, 20s, 30s, and 40s. Dance music, big band themes, basically big band stuff. Canadian. Parry music. Let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, this one's got probably the best inner sleeve that I've got in my collection. I know my stuff's not in mint. I haven't got a minty collection. I've got a acceptable to. I've got a probably good condition collection. But yeah, this is a nice inner sleeve. I like that one. Anyway, I wish they're all in those ones. But Parry music. Anyway, but something interesting about this. It's just, you know, 20s big band stuff basically. But interesting, the last track on each side is basically stuff you don't want from a record generally, and that is, I don't know if you can see that, let me find that. Oh yeah, here it's called. Look at that. It's called, I hope you can see that, surface noise. And basically it is, it's just, how long? A minute of surface noise, both sides. For what reason, I've got no idea. Just surface pops. And the thing is as well, it actually doesn't return at the end of these sides for some reason. And looking at the grooves, I think there's a little sort of notch. Now you probably won't be able to see this, but let's just see. See, there might have got a glimpse or something. There's like a little notch there which stops it from progressing. So that's a bit random. So basically, you know, I've got a returning turntable, as you just heard. I've been playing, it's just gone off by itself. But on these albums doesn't return on its own. Anyway, where this one? Atkins, Chet Atkins, Floyd Kramer, isn't it? Not Kramer, Cromer. Yeah, Kramer. And Boots Randolph. This is something I wouldn't pick up unless I was part of the VC, just learning a bit more about these guys, especially sort of Chet, I guess. So basically, this is a nice album. I really, really like this. Known for being some of the pioneers, maybe, of Nashville sound. You got Atkins, obviously, on guitar, a very versatile guitarist. Floyd, great piano player, and Boots as well, not as well, but Boots on sax. So got all those three instruments on the front there. Really dig this. Songs like Oh Lonesome Me, Cast Your Fate to the Wind, Hot Mockingbird. Cool Nashville sound. So I was happy with that one. A bit of JJ Cale. I showed you this a little while ago. When I got it, listened to it. Haven't got a cover for this one, but basically, naturally, I really dig this guy. This is someone else I've discovered in the VC. Just cool blues, you know, just cool blues. That's all I can say. Call Me the Breeze, Call the Doctor. A lot of people have covered his songs, and people like Mark Knopfler, Neil Young, and someone else famous basically say he's a very important figure in rock and roll. So that's pretty good accolades. Who's the other guy? Someone famous. I forget his name. Mr. Clapton. So Crazy Mama's really cool. After Midnight, the original, and there's no better than that. That's that is the version you want to listen to for After Midnight. So yeah, J.J. Cale, I'm continuing to get his albums. And last but not least, what you're listening to then was the Sting 2. Big band sort of stuff, and really enjoyed it. Surprised, wasn't expecting much from this one. First movie soundtrack, not bad, but this was quite good, and I haven't really seen this around much. So anyway, thank you again for joining me. Hope everyone is well. Be well, go well. One man's ceiling or woman's ceiling is another man's floor. Take it easy.